Hi, I'm Ted Rechtschaffen, CEO of Tridelta Financial. Today we're going to talk about 5 steps to make it through a market meltdown. Over the last few days, we've been spending a lot of time talking to clients and listening to some of their fears and some of their concerns. And fortunately, a lot of our clients have been pretty calm over the last little while. And there's a few reasons why, but I'm going to address 5 of them here in this video. The first one is make sure your asset mix is correct for you before the markets get crazy. It's too late when you sit in the middle of a market meltdown and to say, you know what, I have too much risk in my portfolio. It's crucial that you make sure that the amount of risk and the amount of growth and the amount of conservation or protection in your portfolio is right for you no matter what the market situation is. Number 2, you really want to know that this time is not different. Markets are really made up of human nature and fear and greed, and that's why there are cycles in the market. That's why the market goes up and the market goes down, and will continue to do so regardless of what's going on in the world. It's been true during wars, it's been true during terrorist attacks, it's been true during assassinations. The market does its cycle, and it will continue to do so even though there are governments that have a really big debt problem. Number 3 is you really should start to get excited about markets like this, especially if you have some cash in the portfolio. It doesn't have to be a ton of cash, but there are stocks out there that pay dividends, that are good companies, where you could have bought it a month ago and got a 4% dividend yield. Today you can get a 5 or 5.25% dividend yield. That is a great thing. Today may or may not be the right time to buy, but it's important to look at some of the downturns in the market as a buying opportunity, especially for dividend-paying stocks. The next thing is you really want to have a long-term financial plan. Having the financial plan allows you to do a few things. Number 1, it gives you a long-term picture so you get less worried about day-to-day fluctuations. Number 2, it allows you to have a pretty confident sense of where you are in the overall scheme of things, how much risk you should be taking, and how much comfort you have that you're going to be okay for the long term. It really takes away a lot of those sleepless nights. And the 5th and final thing is to truly understand what you have in your portfolio and how much risk is there. There are a lot of people who have funds in their portfolio that have nice sounding names, but when you look at it, they're significantly overweight in energy or in various industries, or a balanced fund that has a lot more stock weighting than bond weighting. It's really important to know what you own so that you can go back to my first point around asset mix and be comfortable with it. If you think your portfolio is pretty safe, but it turns out to be much riskier than you think, that's a bad scenario at any time and a terrible scenario during a market meltdown. If you want to learn more about this or other issues around the market meltdown, tune in to tridelta.ca. Thank you.